Ladies and gents, welcome back to Pogo Play. Today, here on the YouTube channel, I bring to you a casted game between the Grande SEPOY guy and Lazarov. These are both excellent players that have channels on Twitch, so if you guys want to check them out, feel free to do so on Twitch. They are very skilled players, and today I bring you a game between Ethiopia on blue, played on the color using the color blue, and Lazarov playing France in red. So let's go. Let's get it. Let's bring it here. Unlock the camera. There we go. So SEPOY guy, Grande SEPOY guy, oh, this camera is rolling pretty fast. He is an India main. He played a lot of India throughout his career in the game. And he reached what I called a plateau in terms of elo, right? And after that, after he reached that plateau, he started learning Ethiopia. And I think as he started learning this new African civilization, his style and gameplay really improved to the point where he's now a much better player because he understands difficult civilizations a lot more. He still plays India very, very well, but I think nowadays he's known for his ability to play Ethiopia at a very competitive level. So SEPOY guy doing pretty standard stuff, putting his cattle on the livestock market and then hunting, gathering that food to make villagers. He has not selected his deck yet, so we're gonna go back to SEPOY guy, and we're gonna have a look at Mr. Lazarov. Lazarov is playing using the color red. He is going for a very cheeky build. He's going with the 11-10. Maybe no, actually he's not. Thought he was gonna do the old age up, right? The old day there was a meta, the 12 villager age up as France. It was quite powerful, a lot of pressure, a lot of tempo. It gave French opponents a really, really good start of their game. They kind of escalated from there. So Lazarov started with TP, and he's exploring the map. Nothing too crazy. We're gonna look at the fog of war. As you can see, Lazarov has explored pretty much 80% of the map. This is where you can tell the difference between top level players and mid level players. Top level players explore the absolute heck out of the map. They want to know where the resources are. They want to know where their enemy is going to be expanding, so as to know where and how to put pressure on their opponent. Lazarov is still gathering food. No market, just a house, and he has selected his deck. It is a land 1v1 deck. Pretty standard stuff. We have 3 Coral de Bois, and we have Economic Theory. Though Economic Theory has not been really seen much, at least I don't see it very often in this 1v1 games, at least not early game. A little bit of a situation with the herding. We have a deer that is inside the TC, and therefore he has been robbed of 400 food that could have helped him age up a little bit sooner. So he sent the 3 vills, and then he's going to save up his second shipment to the second era. Mr. Grande SEPOY is actually putting some damage on the Shoshone scout. But I think Lazarov is going to pull him back all the way to the base. We'll see if he survives. Lazarov is aging up, and I believe he's aging up with the Quartermaster. Pretty standard stuff, 400 wood, nothing too crazy. SEPOY guy is also aging up. He's aging up with the Portuguese alliance, and he's chopping wood in transition. You can see that he's collecting a lot of wood, and I assume it is going to be used in an upgrade for the granary for the hunting dogs. The second upgrade of the hunting dogs, but we'll see. SEPOY guy has explored a little bit less of the map than his opponent. I would say roughly 60%. And he's using his explorer to annoy the French explorer and to prevent him from gathering any more treasures on the map. Forward villager here in the middle of the map, probably indicating that he's going to go on the offensive soon. But we shall see. Lazarov is going on a second trading post. Very, very greedy play. Let's see how SEPOY is going to react. SEPOY has only sent this Trinity card once, so it's 2 villagers and 1 Aben. He aged up with 13 vills, and he is currently gathering from the Mountain Monastery. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So, did he use Did he use his wood to get the mountain monastery? We have an arsenal wagon right here, and we have another mountain monastery in the back. Pretty interesting. First card for SEPOY is going to be the Facilities Castle. So you get one castle and you get 300 tokens of influence. Pretty decent. Nope. The wood is actually being invested in this forward war camp in the middle of the map. Let's see what Lazarov is up to. Lazarov has not really done much. He's just working on a barracks right now. And as you can tell, he actually got a market. Pretty good. Standard French play. He is going to be sending the Fort de Bois first, and then he's going to probably send a military shipment, making 2 houses. Nothing too crazy here. He's going Musketeer. Oh, actually, instead of sending the crossbowman, he's going for the 700 wood. A little bit of a boomy approach to the gameplay. SEPOY guy taking control of the map with a forward castle here. The Amba Mariam, right next to his war camp. So he pretty much took the middle portion of the map, and it is up to Lazarov to contest that. First batch of Musketeers has been popped, and the Musketeers are now chasing the Ethiopian explorer that is fleeing the Musketeers at the moment. No damage, no experience for Lazarov. He wasn't fast enough to kill the explorer. SEPOY guy has actually produced a batch of Gascanians. Very good anti-cavalry unit. Decent range attack. SEPOY guy is claiming another treasure. It is a delicious 85 coin on this east side of the map. Lazarov has scouted the forward fort and the forward war camp. And SEPOY is actually going to invest a lot more resources into Gascanians, and he's going to be shipping the 8 canoneers, the 8 Portuguese canoneers. Pretty good stuff. So we have a decent army. We have 12 units, maybe more actually. Let me see. A total of 17 units, 8 Gascania and 8 canoneers by 6 minutes and 51 seconds. Substantial mass, and he's going to be pressing his advantage while he can, scouting the forward army of Lazarov. He doesn't see anything threatening, so he's going to push forward. Lazarov is going to respond, bringing the Musketeers, his Musketeers to the front. SEPOY is trying to replace his units in a proper position. Lazarov is currently... Ooh, he took a nice little volley right here from the Canoneers, but he's not too worried. He's shipping right now 8 crossbows as a way to counterattack this early aggression of the Ethiopians. One house goes down, and Lazarov is currently housed at the moment. And SEPOY keeps sieging the houses. He knows that if he destroys the houses, Lazarov is not going to be able to mass as much as he needs to. More Gascani is going forward for SEPOY. SEPOY is behind in terms of economy, but he has a decent military, and the Canoneers are actually destroying so many units. SEPOY guy has to pull back at the moment, but his pressure actually bought him a lot of time. Lazarov sitting on 24 economic units and a decent army with 25 military units. SEPOY guy is on 20 vills, a little bit behind, and he's now investing a lot more on the Canoneers. You can see he's training more. He has a total of 10 at the moment. And he's shipping, in fact, he shipped the 700 influence to make those Canoneers. We're going to go back into the action here. Canoneers going forward. They take a volley against the barracks. Not really an effective target here. Musketeers have been popped. Lazarov has his entire army behind his TC. He's not actually engaging. Ooh. Haas being mismicroed here. They ate a volley of the Gascani in the face. Excellent micro. He's shooting and pulling back. Those Canoneers are pretty hard to catch. Here it is. Husses are going into the Canoneers, but there is not enough Huss in this composition to take care of these 14 Canoneers. They're just... Look at the damage. Look at the damage. Lazarov pulling back. And for the first time, SEPOY, Grande SEPOY guy, has a score lead. A very substantial mass. Let me see. He has a total of 26 units, but the Canoneers are something else. These units do pack a punch. More Canoneers being trained and more Gascanians being shipped. This is an all-in Sepoy guy is gonna pressure Lazarov a little bit more. What kind of answer? Lazarov is going to upgrade the villager hit points with a great coat. At some point, he might have to even commit vills to defend this town center and this barracks. If he loses his barracks, he's gonna be in trouble. Sepoy guy pulling back. Canoneers taking a volley. Excellent, excellent damage. Huss going forward. Look at the micro here from Sepoy guy. He takes a volley and then he switches. Pulls back Canoneers and brings the Giscania forward. Protect them from the Huss. Lazarov is in a very, very difficult spot. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't have enough range power to deal with this composition. The barracks is about to go down, and Lazarov taking a few volleys of the Giscanians. Picking up one unit. Militia was called. Huss are going after the Canoneers. They take yet another volley to the face. Giscanians focusing on the Huss, and Canoneers focusing on the Musketeers. Excellent micro. Lazarov is putting everything on the line. Grande Sepoy guy is even using his Explorer to distract the Musketeers from firing at the Canoneers, and he's pulling back. Look at his score difference now. 3k. Sepoy guy way ahead. His army of Canoneers is pretty much untouched. Total of 14 Canoneers still. So even though he lost some of them, he still trained some new ones to replace them. Lazarov training Mosk and Mosk. I meant Huss. Not enough of a Huss mass here to deal with this. Though these units are low HP, you might be able to take a couple of them off if he is well positioned. Sepoy guy going forward, pressuring the French stable with a nice volley. Morris Giscania is being trained by Sepoy. The Giscanians are the defense, the shield, and the Canoneers are the sword. Very good synergy between these two units. Very hard to stop in H2. See, this would be an entire different situation if Lazarov was in H3 and was able to train skirms or cannons. But he's stuck in H2 and he can't really do much. Stable about to go down, and it goes down indeed. Lazarov is going to go for a counter raid. You know, when you're desperate, a counter raid might actually even the scores, at least economically. Houses are being sieged. But Lazarov still has a lot of population available. The only issue is that he has no military units no military buildings at the moment, but he is currently making a base barracks on this side of the map. Sepoy guy taking a few casualties here and there. Lazarov is actually targeting the low HP units. Try to get some value back from all this idle time with this 10 CDBs in the town center. You could actually pick up a couple of these Canoneers for pretty much free. Scores are still pretty close, though Sepoy guy has taken a very substantial lead at the moment. And you know, this is what is good about Sepoy guy. His scouting is always on point. He has gone to the east and with his Explorer, and he has found the French base where Lazarov was hoping to remass a little bit more before taking the next battle. But funny enough, Sepoy guy doesn't feel too confident about this, but it's because he saw the CDBs that he pulled back. That's one CDB. Two. Oh, that is going to be a lot of... Oh my god, 3, even 4? Maybe a 4th one? Maybe not. Oh, almost. Oh, only 3 CDBs go down. And look at Lazarov. He's even haunted on this side of the map because he doesn't know where to go. He feels the pressure. Sepoy guy is going around the native post. He's getting closer and closer to this very outward military base. Giscanians are going forward. Nice volley right here. And Lazarov is going to abandon this base. There's a lot of resources invested in this base. This is 400 wood plus building time. But he can't really defend it. I understand his reasoning. He doesn't want to lose the barracks, but at the same time, if he fights this, he's going to lose his entire army. And Explorer being used to snare the Ethiopian army. Lazarov at 33 vills versus Sepoy guy with 27. So even though he has lost quite a few villagers, he is still ahead economically. But there you have it. Sepoy guy has advanced to the third age. And this is looking very grim for Lazarov. He's gonna have to make something soon. Oh my god, and yet more villagers are going down. CDBs are having a rough time. Wonder what Sepoy is going to be shipping. He's currently housed at the moment. And he sent his gold forward, which is a little bit of a mistake here. Lazarov has not even noticed that the crates, the coin crates, are actually this close to the his base. He's not even killing the villager. If he killed this villager, he could have stolen this coin and bought himself a little bit more time. A little bit of Miss Micro. Sebastopol mortar has been sent from the town center, from the home city, to support these units. Lazarov taking the offensive, on the offensive right now, sieging the war camps. These Gaskinians are not even upgraded at the moment, so Sepoy is still fighting with H2 quality units, even though he's in H3. Sort of pulling back to his base. 35 vil, so still way ahead in economy, but you know, behind in he's 1H behind, and with very little in the form of answering against this army. And look at this, the Gaskinians, oof, nice little volley. They kill one Huss. Canoneers taking a couple of volleys against the Musketeers. Another excellent volley on the Gaskinians. He's bringing the settlers forward. I think this is going to be the all-in that Lazarov was waiting for. He brought his settlers forward, brought his Huss forward, and there you have the Musketeers are now shooting at this Ethiopian army that is surrounded on all sides. There you have it. Possible mortar being used to attack. And the Sebastopol mortar goes down. Oh my lord. The entire Ethiopian army was cleaned up by CDBs and Musketeers. That's insane. Lazarov with 29 vil. Sepoy guy with 26. He still has the H advantage and the tempo. Sepoy guy has to be very careful. One more mistake like that and he's going to be done for. A lot of influence. I wonder if he's going to use it on something. The Gaskinians have been updated, so this is pretty good for Sepoy guy. He has now upgraded units. And these 20 Gaskinians are going to trade extremely well because they have a really fast rate of fire. And they have the H3 upgrades. You can see that 173 hit points for the Musketeer from the French Musketeer versus 169 for the Gaskinia. But look at the Gaskinia damage. 30 damage versus 23 for the Musketeer. More villagers are going down. Lazarov is not even paying attention. He reacts to it, but it's a little bit too late. Musketeers going forward. Niftanis are now targeting the Musketeers. This is going to be another all-in. Sepoy guy is now investing in the Oromos. Very strong cavalry. But is it going to be necessary? Oof. It's going to look like another cleanup right here. I mean, the Musketeers are oh, and it is GG's. Well played to Lazarov and Grande Sepoy guy. This game was actually quite close. Let's have a quick look at the post-game statistics. Even though Sepoy guy was behind in villagers, you can see that he still gathered more resources than Lazarov. In part because Lazarov had a lot of idle time with his villagers fighting. And because he did lose a lot of villagers to Sepoy's guy's army all over the map. In terms of military, you can see 128 units, 178 units killed. So excellent KD for the Ethiopians today. 116 units made by Lazarov. Some of these were Huss. for 135 units killed. The Haas were not really the answer in this situation, in my humble opinion. They brought very little value. One could almost argue that it was better for him to invest pure musketeer and maybe age up and try to buy some time. Villager count, you can see that Lazarov has this very good economic lead. At some point, he's almost 10 villagers ahead of Sepoy guy, but he takes some battles and, he loses some vills needlessly. Look, you can see he's constantly losing vills, and that cost them the game in part. The military unit population looks excellent as well for Lazarov, but what he lacked in here was the H2 power. The canoneers for Sepoy guy were excellent. You can see, look at the Ethiopian army pretty much staying untouched for almost 5 minutes and taking down so many musketeers for pretty much no cost of their own. That's excellent trades. The last battle was costly for the Ethiopians. The almost last battle was pretty costly. All the canoneers went down to the villagers, but it was too little, too late for Lazarov, because Sepoy guy managed to use his age up, and he's continued to take the win. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy the casted game, don't forget to follow me on Twitch and on YouTube. It's been PokePlay. Have a great day. Cheers.